Hello dear students, our today's topic is a very important heterocyclic compound, that is quinoline. In this lecture we will go through the synthesis, reactions and medicinal compounds of quinoline. Let's look at the structure. It is a bicyclic ring system where a benzene ring is get attached with a six-membered heterocycle pyridine. So collectively it is called as quinoline. The IUPAC name is benzo B pyridine. If we separate these two rings, we will find that the benzene ring is the attached component and the pyridine is the basic component, and this benzene ring is get attached on the B side of pyridine. That's why it is called as benzo B pyridine. Let's look at the synthesis of this quinoline. The first synthesis is a very famous one, that is called as Scraps synthesis. Here the starting material is this triol, which is called as glycerol. This glycerol, when is treated with sulfuric acid, is gets converted into this alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound, which is called as acrolein. When the acrolein is treated with aniline, the nucleophilic addition takes place. This NH gets attached on this beta carbon and one of the hydrogen gets attached on this alpha carbon to give us this addition product. It will clearly indicate the attachment of the nucleophile onto the beta carbon and the proton of this nucleophile onto the alpha carbon. This addition product then is undergoes the keto-enol tautomerism. Here is not a keto, it is a aldo, so you may call it aldo-enol tautomerism, whereby this alpha carbon gets migrate over this electronegative oxygen so that it is gets converted to the hydroxyl group, and the double bond is generated between this carbon and this carbon like this way. So when this enolized product is treated with acid, the proton gets attack on this hydroxyl group and thus water molecule will be generated out, and the carbocation so generated then attack on this position, which is alpha, to the amino group. This is the amino group, and for this it is the alpha, or it is the ortho position rather. So there is liberation of water molecule. You may say that this ortho hydrogen and this hydroxyl group were eliminated as water molecule, and thus we get a cyclized product over here. This cyclized product still consists of the hydrogens on position number 1 and position number 2. So when this 1,2-dihydro product is treated with nitrobenzene, the oxidation takes place, and this oxidation removes the hydrogen from position number 1 and position number 2 to give us our heterocycle compound, that is quinoline. So dear student, this is the synthesis number first. By using this synthetic scheme, we can synthesize various derivatives of quinoline. For example, when the starting material is this 2-aminophenol, and when it is treated with glycerol in presence of sulfuric acid, so we will get formation of this 8-hydroxyquinoline, which is called as quinoline 8-ol. Likewise, if the starting material is 3-chloroaniline and when it is treated with glycerol in presence of sulfuric acid, so here we get formation of this product first, that is 7-chloroquinoline. Here in this structure we can say that this amino group react with this glycerol, the acrolein generated from glycerol, and thus the cyclization takes place on this way. From this nitrogen the cyclization goes to this carbon to give us this 7-chloroquinoline. But when the cyclization takes place in a way like this, that this nitrogen and the acrolein molecule attached, when it undergoes cyclization on this carbon, we will get generation of this another derivative which is called as 4-chloroquinoline. Likewise, if we change the alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound, for example, if the starting material is aniline and when it is treated with crotonaldehyde, here this amino group attack on this beta carbon to give formation of this 2-methylquinoline. Likewise, when aniline is treated with vinyl methyl ketone, once again this amino group attack on this carbon, the cyclization takes place and this methyl group will remain at position number 4 to give us 4-methylquinoline. In this way, various derivatives of quinoline can be synthesized. Now the next synthesis is a modified scrap synthesis which is called as Schreb-Dobner-von Mueller synthesis. Now in this condition or in this reaction, our starting material is acetaldehyde whose two molecules undergoes aldol condensation to give the formation of crotonaldehyde. This crotonaldehyde again is the example of alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. So this when reacted with aniline gives us formation of this addition product which undergoes the tautomerism as we have seen in the previous reactions to give us this product, which loses the water molecule to give formation of this 2-methyl dihydroquinoline, which on reaction with the oxidizing agent nitrobenzene loses the protons from position number 1 and 2 to give formation of 2-methylquinoline. The next synthesis is Fitzinger synthesis. Here the starting material is this heterocycle which is called as azatine. The azatine reacted with the base sodium hydroxide. The hydroxide ion attack on this carbonyl carbon so that this bond will be broken down and this will give us the formation of corresponding carboxylic acid from where the proton migrated on this nitrogen to convert it into the amino group. The negatively charged oxide of carboxylic acid then forms salt with sodium to form this sodium salt. This sodium salt then is reacted with substituted ketone. Here these two alkyl groups indicate the presence of alkyl groups on this carbonyl carbon and this alpha carbon. So dear students, this is also the famous reaction. The nucleophilic addition takes place. These two hydrogens and this water will be eliminated out as water molecule and thus a double bond is generated between this nitrogen and this carbon to give the formation of this imine over here. Now this imine consists of these two protons onto this carbon and we have a carbonyl oxygen over here. So these two protons and this oxygen will be liberated out as water molecule. As water molecule will be liberated out, this carbon makes bond with this carbon and this whole COO minus Na group will remain intact on this carbon. So this derivative then undergoes reaction with the acid, hydrochloric acid. So this sodium salt is first gets converted into free carboxylic acid, that is the COOH, which on heating loses the carbon dioxide molecule and thus we get formation of this 2,3-dialkyl-quinoline derivative. The last synthesis is the NOR synthesis. In this reaction, the starting material is aniline which reacted with ethyl acetoacetate. Dear students, here this amino group being nucleophile attack on this carbonyl carbon and thus the ethanol molecule will be liberated out. The reaction is nucleophilic acyl substitution reaction and thus we get this product. This undergoes the tautomerism. This alpha hydrogen migrate on this electronegative oxygen, and thus this oxo group is gets converted to the hydroxy group, and the double bond is generated between this carbon and this carbon. So we get formation of this intermediate derivative. This hydroxy compound then is reacted with acid. The proton goes on to the hydroxyl group over here, so water molecule will be released out. The proton is migrated over this hydroxyl group, which is on second position. So from there also we will get the release of water molecule. The carbocation generated over here will attack on to this carbon to give the cyclized product, and in this way we will get formation of this 4-methyl quinoline. So dear students, that was all about the synthesis. Now we'll move on to the reactions. The first important reaction is electrophilic substitution reaction, which takes place at position number 5, 6 and 8. Now why this is so? If we look at quinoline, here is a benzene ring and here is a pyridine ring. The nitrogen attract the electrons of this pyridine ring. That's why the electron density is very low on the pyridine ring. The electron density is high on the benzene ring. So any electrophile will attack on this benzene ring. Now question is, on what position the electrophile will attack? Now if we look at the position of nitrogen, this is the para position and it is position number 6. This is the ortho position and it is position number 8. So the nitrogen may direct the substitution at position number 6 and position number 8. Though it is the alpha position, we have one more alpha position, that is at position number 5. So the substitution takes place at position number 5, 6 and at position number 8. So if the nitration, that is when quinoline is reacted with nitric acid in presence of sulfuric acid and at 0 degree centigrade, that is at a very low temperature, the nitration takes place and we will get formation of first this 6 nitroquinoline and we get 8 nitroquinoline. Both the compounds are formed into 50-50 ratio. Next is the sulfonation reaction. The quinoline, when reacted with sulfuric acid at a very high temperature, that is at 300 degrees centigrade, we exclusively get the formation of quinoline 6-sulfonic acid. Initially the 5 and the 8 substituted products also obtained, but the sulfonyl group may migrate at the 6th position to give the highly stable product. So we get sulfonation over here. When the sulfonation is carried out at somewhat lower temperature, that is at 220 degrees centigrade, we will get formation of quinoline 8-sulfonic acid. Let's move on to the next reaction, that is nucleophilic substitution reaction. The substitution reaction nucleophilic takes place on pyridine ring at position number 2 and at position number 4. As I mentioned earlier, the electrophilic substitution reaction takes place on benzene ring. So nucleophilic substitution reaction takes place on the pyridine ring only. For nitrogen, now it is the ortho position and it is the para position, and nitrogen withdraw the electron chiefly from its ortho and para position. So that's why the reaction takes place at 2 and 4 position only. So when quinoline is reacted with this butyl lithium, this negatively charged butyl group, being nucleophile, will then get attack at position number 2 to give 2-butyl quinoline. Likewise, when quinoline is treated with sodium amide, this nucleophile, the amide, attack at position number 2 to gives 2-aminoquinoline, and it also attack at position number 4 to give us 4-aminoquinoline. Next, move on to the oxidation. On oxidation of quinoline, we get formation of this pyridine 2,3-dicarboxylic acid. Dear students, this alpha carbon and this alpha carbon both undergoes the oxidation with KMnO4, and the oxidation gives the formation of corresponding carboxylic acids. Now next move on to the next reaction, that is the reduction reaction, which is very important one. The quinoline on reduction with molecular hydrogen in presence of the catalyst platinum, it gives formation of this decahydroquinoline. Now in this reduction reaction, all the double bonds, means all 5 double bonds will get reduced, and thus 10 hydrogens will get attached at every position. That's why the product is called as decahydroquinoline. Now when the reduction takes place with lithium aluminum hydride, firstly we will get 1,2-dihydroquinoline, and then we have the another product, that is 1,2,3,4-tetrahydroquinoline. That means in case of lithium aluminum hydride, only the pyridine ring undergoes reduction. The last reaction is cauterization reaction, which takes place with alkyl halide. Now quinoline consists of nitrogen, which is basic in nature because it consists of lone pair of electron. So when quinoline is reacted with methyl bromide, which have somewhat ionic character, and it is due to the electronegative bromine, which acquire the negative charge, and the methyl group acquire the partial positive charge. So this partially positively charged methyl group then attack on this nitrogen for the electrons, and thus we get the quaternization of this nitrogen, with which the bromide ion will remain in the ionic bond. So this quaternization gives us formation of this quinolinium bromide molecule. The last topic is the important medicinal compounds of quinoline. The first compound is chloroquine. Here is the presence of this quinoline nucleus. The many potent anti-malarial drugs consist of this quinoline nucleus. Now this chloroquine is the example of anti-malarial drug. We have one more example, that is mefloquine, which also act as anti-malarial drug. So dear students, that is all about quinoline, its synthesis, reactions and the medicinal compounds. Thanks for watching the video. Please like, share and subscribe.